Namaskar. Today we are going to have a glimpse of Manache Shlok from 116, 116 to 125, 125. In all these verses, Manache Shlok, verse means Shlok, Samarth Ramdas has given a lot of examples from Vedas, Shastra and Puranas, from Sanatan Dharma, Hindu Dharma or Sanatan Dharma, whatever you may call. बहुशापिता कष्टला अंबऋषी तयाचे स्वय श्रीहरी जन्मसोशी दिला क्षीर सिंधू तया उपमानी नुपेक्षी गदा देव भक्ताभिमानी. In all these examples, how God has saved his devotee on not getting the mukti, brahmajnana or darshan. He is trying to tell how he he helped his devotees is coming over here. Bahushabita Kashtala Ambarishi. Raja Ambarish was the king. Raja means king was there. And he was in the middle of Ekadashi Vrat. Vrat means a kind of a penance in which he was continuing with his ritual. And what happened that only, for example, 5 minutes were left that he should consume something so that it becomes a fruitful vrat. Okay, a penance kind of. But during that time, Durvas Rishi came along with his 10,000 disciples. So he went for a bath and he said, I'm going for a bath and we'll come back after the bath and we'll have the food along with you. But once he consumes the achaman, we call it achaman, just one spoon of water and he takes. So Durvas Rishi comes and says, before Atithi has been served, means the person who has come to you, to whom you have promised that you will take food along with him, you have broken the promise. You have consumed the water. At that time, he told that all these Brahmavrinda means his religious guides were there. They said that just consuming a spoon of water will not dilute or the promise given to you. At the same time, my penance will also be successful. Now he said, you have broken the promise. So he tried to, Durvas Rishi tried to say some words with which, we call it shrap. He was going to curse him. But once he was going to curse him, suddenly the Sudarshan Chakra appeared. Chakra means I hope you know Sudarshan Chakra of Vishnu. It came and it started following Durvas Rishi as if it wanted to kill. So Sudarshan Chakra belonged to Bhagwan Vishnu. Ekadashi is the Vrat of Bhagwan Vishnu. So that chakra started following him. He went to Indra, to Brahmadev, to Shiva, to so many gods. They couldn't stop that chakra. Then he came to Vishnu. He said, please stop your chakra. He said, no, I cannot stop it because you tried to curse my devotee who was into the Ekadashi Vrat. You'll have to say sorry to him, then only it will stop. So God didn't make himself great. He made his devotee great. The Durvas Rishi went to Ambarishi. Here Ambarish is Raja Ambarish. And then he said sorry. At that time that Sudarshan Chakra stopped following him and as if trying to kill him. Just God wanted to make him realize that you should not be angry at all the times. You should be good Rishi. At the same time, he saved the Ambarishi as well, being the king. So he means to say over here that God always takes care of his devotees. Tayache sway Shri Hari Janma Sushi. So whatever the bad things happening to Ambarishi, God took on himself and he sustained those things. Dila Kshira Sindhu Taya Upamani Nupekshikata Deva Bhaktavimani. There is another example. Upamanyu was there. He didn't have milk to drink, that much poor family where he was born. So when he started penance, God gave him Kshira Sindhu, means the ocean of milk. You may say Kshira Sindhu, you can say the ocean of nectar, you can say. So that much is God takes care of his devotee. Nupekshikana Deva Bhaktavimani. He's and he always feels proud about his devotees. 117 now. धुरु लेकरू बापुडी दैन्यवाणे कृपा भाकिता दिधली भेटी जेणे चिरंजीव तारांगणी प्रेम खाणी नुपेक्षी गदा देव भक्ताभिमानी. Whenever we say who is the best devotee of God, always people say Dhruva, Prahlad, Dhruva, all these things. And their guru happens to be Narad Muni only. So Prahlad is best, you'll come to know within couple of the verses. Here the example is given of Dhruva. Dhruva was the son of king, and he was always living in, of course, in the his palace. Once he tried to sit in the lap of his king father. So the stepmother just pulls him out of that. Once, twice, thrice it happened. So he went to his mother and said, Sumuti and Suruchi were the wives of that king. So Dhruva came to his mother and said, Mother, I shall go and ask to the God himself that give me a place so stable that nobody should be able to move from that. Okay? So, but child, you are so young. He was just 6 to 7 years old. So he said, no, I shall go. So he started walking away from the palace. He went into the jungle. Narad Muni appeared. He said, you are such a child. There are so many animals over there. They'll eat you away. He just tried to test his willpower, determination. He said, no, I'm going to ask for a stable and, a place from where nobody would be able to move. I hope you know how children speak. Okay, then you chant this mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Lord Vishnu will appear in front of you, and then you can ask anything you want. So he went to the forest. He chanted Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. For a few months, he was eating the fruits and drinking pure water. At that time, rivers were very pure. Then had pure water, in fact, mineral water, you can say. Then after a few months, few days, he stop eating fruits, only drinking water. After a few months, only inhalation and exhalation. After a few months, he stopped even breathing as well. So the 5 elements, Prithvi, Aap, Tej, Vayu, Akash, they started trembling. And how it is happening, nobody realizes. Then Narad Muni went and told to Dhruva's father, and he went to Lord Vishnu, Shivas, and all these places, gods, and said, this is what is happening. Immediately, Lord Vishnu, of course he knew it, he went in and appeared in front of Dhruva and said, demand what you want. He said, I want a place which is fixed and permanent. Nobody should be able to move me. And that's why Chiranjeev Tarangani Prema Khani. So out of love, God gave him the place. Name of that place is Polar Star, Dhruva Tara. When the earth moves on the North Pole, above the North Pole, In the Ursa Major, at a straight line, there is one star is there. Polar star is there. That polar star in all the Indian languages is known as Dhruva Tara. After 26 to 28,000 years, that star is going to change. But still, this star is there. After that, this star is there. Still, that star will be called as Dhruva Tara only. That is a place. That is a name given to the polar star in Indian languages, Bharatiya languages. So he got the permanent place in the history of mankind. Nupekshigada Deva Bhaktayumani. Nobody should be able to, there are so many lessons hidden over here. Nobody should insult the devotee of God. Nobody should think of revenging the devotee of God. Nobody should hurt the devotee of God. Because karma vipak siddhanta is there. I mean, karma cycle is there that will hit back to him. If you pinch him with a needle, you will get the sword running behind you, like a Sudarshan Chakra. Nupekshikada Deva Bhakta. Again, God doesn't leave his devotee anywhere. He takes care of his devotee at all the places, at all the times. Okay. Chiranjeev means eternally. Eternally, that Dhruva Tara means the polar star place has been given to Dhruva. We always have mentioned over here that Narad Muni happened to be the guru of Dhruva, Prahlad, Valmiki, and so many such good people. But his name comes second. First is Prahlad always. That is going to come. Gajendu Mahasankati Vasav आहे. Now this is another story. तया कारणे श्रीहरी धावत आहे. उडी घातली जाहाला जीवदानी नुपेक्षी कदा देव भक्ताभिमानी. 118. Gajendra was an elephant and he was devotee of God. So there was a crocodile. When he went to drink water, the crocodile held his leg. It started pulling inside the water, and everybody knows that inside the water, crocodile is smarter as well as powerful. On the land, elephant is powerful, but inside the water, that is powerful. So it started pulling Gajendra. He started chanting the name of God. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So Lord Vishnu came and saved him. He sent his chakra and he killed the crocodile. But crocodile, while got killed, it also got the salvation and mukti and brahmanya and whatever you may say. Mukti, in fact. Whenever God kills his enemy, it also gets mukti. Salvation, brahmanya, atmanya, whatever you want to say. Mukti, in fact. Whenever God killed Ravana or Hiranyakashipu or Hiranyaksha or Kumbhakarna, they got mukti. Because Ravan, Kumbhakarna, Kansa and all this happened to be Jay and Vijay. Everybody knows that. They were there, in fact, gatekeepers of Vishnu. Everybody knows that Jay Vijay. Another side of the story is God is always taking care of his devotees and giving them jivadan, means he's saving his life, at the same time takes care of their lives as well. Sant Tukaram used to say that I'm chanting the name of God, and while I worked for your garden or something like that, he worked, but the owner of the garden didn't pay him. I'm giving you a sample example. Then still his wife went on to bring him the tiffin. He said, we are not eating because you give us some alms or you give us some, the daily wages. It is the God on whose force and energy we are getting the food on our table. So don't think you are great. It is the Lord who is only giver. Rest are all receivers only. Rest are all beggars only. Always God takes care of us if we take care of God 24/7 inside our mind. Nupekshikata Deva Bhaktayumani. God never leaves LAVES, his devotee. Just like that, he takes care of them. अजामेळ पापी तया अंत आला, कृपाळूपणे तो जनी मुक्त केला. अनाथासी आधार हा चक्रपाणी, उपेक्षी गदादेव भक्ताभिमानी. 119. Ajamel was a person. He committed all the kinds of crimes in his life. You name it, he did it. You name it, he did it. But one thing for sure he did was he kept the name of his son as Narayan. You may say Narayan, Ram, Shri Krishna, Vitthal. That is why in the past people used to keep the name of their children like this, so that at least when they call, hey Ram, hey Shri Krishna, then at that time, even Raju is the name of Ram, even Ashish is the name of God only, blessings, for example. So Manohar is the name of Shri Hari, means Shri Krishna. So I mean, the name is very important, because of which our identity is there. So Ajamel started calling Narayan, Narayan. And at the end of last moment of his life, he said, Narayan. Like this he said, and Lord Vishnu appeared in front of him. He got the mukti. Anathasi adhar ha chakrapani, upekshi kada deva bhaktaभिमानी. So whosoever are orphans or not having anybody behind and in front of them, they feel there is nobody to them. For them, God is there. He is the savior of them. He is the person to be trusted, that God, that entity, Chakrapani. Pani means hand, Chakra means the Sudarshan Chakra in his hand, that Shri Vishnu is taking care of them. Dupekshi Gadadeva Bhaktaimani. God never, ever let his devotees feel they are alone. He is always with them and he is proud of them. 120. विधी कारणे जहाला मत्स्य वेगी, धरी कुर्म रूपे धरा पृष्ठभागी, जना रक्षणा कारणे नीच योनी, नुपेक्षी गदादेव भक्ताभिमानी. Now everybody knows that Matsya means the fish. When the Vedas were drowned inside the ocean, when the Mother Earth was getting drowned in the water, at that time Lord Vishnu took the avatar of Matsya. Matsya means fish, and he brought out the Vedas up. Now Noah's Ark and all this, there are 14 to 15 places in the world. Noah's Ark, that is a story in Bible, and so many places you can see. Similar stories there in Puranas, in Hinduism as well. So there are so many other places such kind of stories are there. Then he collected all the seeds of the plants and all those things. Similarly, Matsya avatar is there. So he saved the Vedas and the world as well. And people have said that evolution by Darwin has been inspired from this story only. Matsya avatar, living in water. Kurma avatar means the Kachap, means the tortoise, that is an amphibian, and all these things. Then Ramchandra, then Kalki avatar, and all those things are going to be there. Dhari Kurma Rupe, so Matsya avatar is done. Fish, he took the avatar of Matsya and he saved the knowledge of the world. In fact, that's all he wants to say. Dhari Kurma Rupe Dhara Prishtabhagi. During the Samudra Manthan, the demons were from this side and gods were from this side. Mandar Parvat was there in the middle, and Vasuki, that serpent, was there. He was holding the Mandar Parvat, and they were churning the sea, and from that 14 Ratnas came out. Among them one was the nectar, Amrit. So when the grip of Vasuki was getting loosened, at that time Mandar Parvat started to be drowning. So who is going to lift that? So Shri Vishnu took the avatar of Kurma and saved that Mandar Parvat, and then they went on to do the Samudra Manthan and went on to get the Amrit as well. Similar things can happen inside our mind. Bad things are good things, they are always churning our mind, and then out of that we can reach to the Amruta Anubhav, means we reached at a level where we can become an enlightened soul. Okay, Jana Rakshana Karane नीच योनी. Now to take care of the whole civilization of maybe all the creatures on the earth, you can say, not only human beings. Lord Vishnu takes the birth of the lowest species, Niche Yoni. In fact, every species has the soul, and each soul is a divine, potentially divine, and Shiva only. But by comparing that, in human birth, you can take the name of God. In other yonis, I mean, in other species, you cannot take the name of Lord. That is why they are called the lower state yoni. Here, just for comparison, to encourage you to take the name of God. Otherwise, there is no intention over here to call somebody down and somebody up. No, no. We are better and others are inferior. There is no such comparison. Only to encourage us that after 8.4 million births, you got the human birth. You should chant the name of God, devote your life towards good things only. Nupekshi Gada Dev Bhakta Mani. Once we start devoting our life towards God, and each moment devoting to God, each work is worship devoted to God, each work is God, each moment devoted to God, each action, each deed is devoted to God. We cannot become pure bhakta, which is not that person which is separated from God, is vibhakta. That person who is attached to God is a bhakta. That soul which has merged with the infinite soul is a yogi. So we become that. Once we become that, then God is proud of us and He takes care of all our these things. Okay, we have to work hard, we have to work smart, and all those things are there. But at the same time, it will be supported by God. महाभक्त प्रल्हाद हा कष्टविला म्हणून त्या कारणे सिंह झाला. नये जाळा विशाळ सन्निध कोणी सन्नधी कोणी उपेक्षी कदादेव भक्ताभिमानी. Apart from this, in each of his avatar, maybe Rama avatar, Parshuram avatar, Krishna avatar, Buddha avatars, there is a list of people to whom people got the mukti. Ram had no enemies. He killed. Then Narsimha had no enemies. He killed Hiranyakashipu. He got mukti. Jai Vijay, already we have seen that, where his Dwarpals. Okay, then they were born as Ravan and Kumbhakarna, then Kaunsya and Shishupal and all those. Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha and all those things. Okay. So Mahabhakta Prahlada Kashtavila. Now we are coming to the Prahlad story. So even if God kills the enemy, he also gets mukti. He also gets salvation. He also gets Atmajnan Mukti, whatever you may say. Okay, these are different things people say, but at the end of the day, getting mukti is a very big thing. At least it means it passes the examination. We are eligible to pass minimum examination, minimum state of that mind, being born as a human being. So okay, Mahabhakta Prahlad ha Kashtavila. Prahlad, you see, always he is known as the Mahabhakta, the greatest of the greatest devotees in the world. He was thrown from the mountain down, thrown from the mountain, he fell down. He was caught by the God. He was tried to be trampled under the feet of elephant. He was tried to be burned in the fire, and his auntie was there. She had the boon that even if she sits in the fire, she will not get burned. But as Hiranyakashipu said, you sit inside that so that Prahlad will get burned. She used her power for wrong deeds. She got burned, but Prahlad couldn't get burned. Imagine what kind of fantastic. I mean, we even cannot think such bad things. Those demons could think and try to kill Prahlad. So that's why Prahlad is known as the greatest devotee of God. So for Prahlad, he took the birth. He appeared as a Narasimha. And Prahlad's family is such that his Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Matsya avatar, then Narsimha avatar, then his uh, grandson Bali. For him, Vamana avatar also was taken. I mean, such a pure and pious family was there, though they were demons. Okay, so Narasimha, for Prahlad, he appeared. Lord Vishnu appeared as the Narasimha. Narasimha means man and having the face of a lion. And why he took such a avatar? Because his father took a boon from the Lord that he should not be killed by the demons or human beings or animals or gods. Okay, he should not be killed outside or inside. So he was killed, at the bridge of the uh, means the uh, door frame is there. On the door frame he was kept, or like this he was killed. He also asked for not to be killed by astra or shastra, not by atom bombs or not by the sword or whatever it may be, weapons. So Narsia used his nails to kill him. He just tear off his stomach. I mean, neither in the neither in the morning nor in the night. So in the evening. I hope you understand. God is always the smartest and purest, and nobody can defeat the God. He has infinite ways to do the things. He has infinite ways to kill that Hiranyakashipu, bad things in our life. At the same time, he has infinite ways to protect us as well. He is trying to say that. Ne jwal vishal sannidha koni. Neither fire nor vishal means, the stone, nothing could touch Prahlad. Nothing touch nahi karne ko sakta. I mean, these are the dialogues in the movies. Nobody can touch me like that. You might be seeing, the children, you just touch me and then see what happens. Like that, nobody could touch Prahlad. Upekshikata, Deva Bhakta Imani. Then Prahlad went on to become the greatest of the greatest Bhakta. You ask anyone who is the best and greatest devotee of Lord, everybody will say Prahlad in Sanatan Dharma. Okay? God is proud of them. 121, now 122. कृपा भाकिता जहाला वज्रपाणी तया कारणे वावनु चक्रपाणी द्विजा कारणे भार्गवु चापपाणी कृपेक्षिकता देव भक्ताभिमानी. 122. Who are Dvija? Dvija means Brahmins. Who are the Brahmins? Who are living a pious life, always chanting the name of God. Yaha Brahmam Jani. They know how the Brahma is. They are living for the society, not for the self. They have the selfless life. You fall into all these categories, then you are called Brahmin. Dvija means human beings and Brahmins especially. Now there was a question asked by one of the one elderly lady was there to my Swamiji. Now you see why always the others are blamed, not the Brahmins. Why Parshuram took avatar to kill Kshatriyas only? Why these Brahmanas? Because just few minutes ago a lady came who happens to be from the Brahmin family. She complained to Swamiji that her son and her husband, they do apepan abhakshabakshan. They drink those things which should not be drank, and they eat what should not be eaten, means non-veg and wines and all those things they used to say. And if the people who are doing this, they should be banished from our religion. That was the point she put in front of my Sadguru Swami Madhana. So it is applicable everywhere. So that way every religion can be saved by, those who do misdeed, those things which should not be done. Since you may say, they should be banished from that religion, then only all the religions can remain pure. It is not about only Hinduism, only Brahmins or only Kshatriyas or only Shudras or whatever. They were talking like that. Why there is not avatar to kill Shudras, to kill Kshatriyas, to kill Brahmins, to kill Vaishyas? It is not like that. Anybody can be a Dvij, Brahmin. If I am living a pure life, I am a Brahmin. If you are living a pure life, then you are a Brahmin. It is not in which family you are born. It is your deeds that decides who you are, is he wants to say. So, कृपा भागिता जहाला वज्रपाणी तया कारणे वामुनी चक्रपाणी. So, Vaman avatar was there. Small, a childlike figure, Shiv Vishnu came, and then Bali was sent into neither world, Patal, and Bali happened to be the grandson of Prahlad, already told you. And in this avatar only, there was not killing or fighting or fantastic things were there. Other avatar you see. So God is God only. Dvija karane bhargavu chapapani. If you take the bhargav, in fact bhargav means something else, but if we think that Parshuram is also thought about, then he has to take avatar. Then he killed all the bad people. Never say Kshatriya. He killed Nikshatriya that were. Parshuram was born to kill all the Kshatriya. It was not like that. He killed all the bad people. That is important. Because even if you go into the army nowadays or in the past as well, all kinds of people were there. Brahman, Vaishya, Shudra, Kshatriya, all kinds of people are there. He killed only bad people. Okay, Nupekshi Gadadeva Bhakta Mani. God is always proud of his devotee. And he never, Upeksha means never leave them alone. He is always with them. Like if you are falling from the sky, he will hold you. What happened to Prahlad? He will try to save you some way or other. Till you get mukti. Till you get Atma Dhyan. Okay? This is very important. So don't think it like this, that Dvija means Brahmins, Vaishya, Shudra, Kshatriya. These are all ways of life. In fact, every day we do all these kinds of things. If we sleep, even Sattva Rajatam also, we do all these things in our life. We clean something, we are doing Shudra thing. If we are performing puja, we are doing Brahmin thing. If we are doing some transaction, money transaction for it, that is a Vaishya thing. If you are cleaning something, if you are, you are brushing your teeth, you are killing the unwanted bacteria, that is a Kshatriya thing as well. So everybody happens to be doing all these things in his life every day. So don't think it is a casteism. It is not casteism. It is about the deeds. Okay? Nupekshikata Dev Bhakta Vimani. Next, 122, 123. अहल्य सती लागी आरण्य पंथे कुडावा पुढे देव बंदित याते बळे सोडिता घाव घाली निशाणी नुपेक्षी कदा रामदासावी माने. Ahilya happened to be the wife of a rishi, and then something happened, because you see there are many times in this story. You go and check the story of Ahilya. Prabhu Ramachandra touched that she got converted into stone because Lord, his husband think she committed the crime and all those things. Then once Lord Ram touched the Ahilya in the form of stone, she again became Ahilya. She came into life and she got the mukti, in fact, straight away. Many times in life, everybody faces this, that we are just walking on the road. We did nothing, but something happens. You did it because we are in front of that. So many times we are being blamed for not our fault. At that time, God takes care of us. Remember, God is there to just give you mukti only. We got trapped. Many times we take the loan and we cannot get rid of that loan. It happened with Tukaram Maharaj as well, because they are simple. Most of the time, devotees are simple. So people take advantage of them. He couldn't pay off that debt. So many times then Lord comes and helps his devotees. In this case of Ahilya also, God came and gave her mukti. Similarly, our aim in life is 8.4 million births after. As a human being, our soul is born as a human being after 8.4 million species. 8.4.999 for example, because this is 8.4 million. So as we are born as a human being, our aim is mukti, and God gives us mukti. And in between that, whatever is there, whatever is coming in our life, God just cleans off the road for us. Maybe positively, maybe negatively, maybe ups and downs, and so many things will happen in life. But still, at the end of the day, we are always nitya mukta. We should live a nitya mukta life. बळे सुडिता घाव घाली निशाणी. Then many a times what happened, we were trapped, we are being made scapegoat, we are being blamed, and all those things happen. So whatever aghat is there on the mind, aghat means you feel stress, tension, you feel a lot of atrocities in life. Those atrocities gets converted into the devotion by God for us, and then we get the mukti. Those bruises on the mind are removed by the God only. बळे सोडिता घाव घाली निशाणी नुपेक्षी गदा दासदा. The place you are hurt becomes the place of the salvation and mukti as well. That's mind, of course. Nupeक्षी गदा Ramadasai mane. So Lord is always proud of his devotees, and he never leaves them alone. दये तये द्रौपदी कारणे लागवेगी, त्वरे धावतो सर्व सांडूनी मागे, कळी लागी जाला असे बौद्ध मौनी, नुपेक्षी गदा देव भक्ताई माने. 124. There is a song in Marathi, चिंधी बांधते द्रौपदी हरीच्या बोटाला. In that song, once what happened, Lord Krishna was there, and he got a bruise on his finger. So he asked Subhadra, please bring something, my finger has cut, when bruise is there. She said, hey, you go and ask that other person. I'm going here, something like that, she said. Because they have other relation, sister and brother. And you always say it like this and like that. But here in this case, Draupadi was there. For her, Sri Krishna was her Lord. So she immediately teared off his best of the best sari and just put it on his bruises. With such a small cloth, he got so happy. She said, Draupadi, I shall definitely pay back these things. And then he went on to help Draupadi in the direst of the dire situation. तये द्रौपदी कारणे लागवेगे, त्वरे धावतो सर्व सांडूनी मागे, कळी लागी जाला असे बौद्ध मौनी, उपेक्षी गदा देव भक्ताई माने. 124. So God helps us. If you give him just a petal, just a flower, he'll give you the whole tree. If you give him, a spoonful of water, he'll give you the Shirasagar, the ocean he'll give you. If you chant the name of Lord just once, he'll give as if he had done it for billions of time. He'll give that kind of a purity to your mind. He always gives in abundance. And there are the incidents in the history that have changed the human life forever. In the Mahabharat war, because of this, Draupadi's incidents, 1.08 billion people died. Imagine. Highest in the world. It is not about only attraction, because lot of astras, shastras, so many bombs and atom bombs and so many things were dropped. That's why so many people died on the earth. Okay. Tvare dhavato sarva sanduni mage. God runs after his devotee at all the times. And he can take millions and billions of his ways, or or creates such kind of species or incidences so that we can be saved. He can take millions and billions of births as well at this moment itself and can save us. He just leaves his work aside and runs after his devotee, for example. कळी लागी जाला असे बौद्ध मौनी नुपेक्षी गदादेव भक्ताई माने. Now, in the Kali Yuga, when a lot of bad things are going to happen, we saw it last time in Dasbodh that 432,000 years is equal to Kali Yuga, into 2 Dwapar Yuga, into 3 Treta Yuga, into 4 Krita Yuga. So smallest happens to be Kali Yuga, bad, but it destroys everything. Okay, so in Kali Yuga, Buddha has already been born and he has given direction and has exalted a lot of people, has given, given the salvation, mukti to a lot of people, including Angulimal. Angulimal's story you might be knowing, that he used to kill the people, snatch their belongings, and after killing them, he used to put a mala, garland of those people, one finger like that. And then you might be knowing that once the Lord Buddha went to him, he said, okay, you may kill me, but please cut that leaf from that tree. He said, it is here, you see. Can you now attach it again? He says, no. Then why are you killing the people? You don't have rights to kill a person if you cannot give the life to them. Immediately he prostrated. Similar things happened with the Valmiki. Narad Muni went to him. Okay, he said, why are you killing? Okay, please try to share your bad sins, sins with your family. Ask them, are they willing to share the sins? Nobody. Everybody says, no. It is your duty to bring money in the house. How you do it, we don't know. We are not willing to share your sin. Go on. People are selfish over here. They want your money, but they do not want how you have earned it. They are not willing to share the sins. Valmiki got, his moment of, the moment of truth, and he then went on to become Valmiki. Similarly, Angulimal in Buddha life, Valmiki went on to write the Ramayana. So there are so many, Buddha stories. There are list of people who got, the salvation or enlightenment or what, Brahma Jnana or whatever you may say. In the Rama story, a list of people are there. Kevat, Hanumanji, lot of, Sugriv and so many people. Okay. Then Rama's Ravan, Kumbhakarna, then Vibhishan, so many people. In Krishna's, there is a list from Trijata to Kamsa. Whosoever the God kills, he gets this salvation and mukti. Then there is a list. In Buddha's story, list. In Parshuram's story, a list is there. Matsya Avatar, a list is there. Vamana Avatar, a list is there. When their Lord is there, there are a lot of people, they get mukti, Brahmajnana, Atmajnana. These are distinct things, but at least for 8.4 million births after we are coming as a human being, we should be at least be eligible for mukti. Okay? Nupekshi Gadadev Bhakta Himani. God doesn't leave his devotee in the orphanage, for example, as an orphan. He just take care of them. अनाथा दिनाकारणे जन्मत आहे कलंकी पुढे देव होणार आहे तया वर्णिता श्रीणली वेदवाणी नुपेक्षी गदादेव भक्ताभिमानी 125. Now for the weakest of the weakest in fact, weakest of the weakest, and orphan people and all those people who are feeling they are doing good things but they are not getting the justice, for them again in future, you might be knowing in that one particular Shambhala is the place where Kalki avatar is going to happen and all those things. Taya Varnita Shrinali Vedavani. Now, what happened? Nupekshikata Das Bhavani. Nupekshikata Deva Bhakta Bhavani. Now what happened, with his 1,000 mouths, Shesha, the serpent on which Vishnu is sleeping, he tries to take his name, but he said, Neti, Neti, it is beyond this, beyond me, beyond no iti. It is not enough. The description of our God is infinite. So Shinali Vedavani means even Vedas stop exclusively explaining the description of God, formless God. All Vedas, all Puranas, they got tired. Shinali means they couldn't explain the God. Nupekshikadadeva Bhaktai Mani. God takes care of his devotees. He takes care of what they do. He takes care of how they are going to die. He takes care of their mukti as well. You see, in how many ways God can take care of us. Example of Prahlad, an example of Draupadi, example of Dhruva, example of Ahilya, example of the Brahmins and Dvija, example of Ambarishi, example of so many his devotees. If we remain devoted to God forever, at each moment, with each pulse beat, with each heartbeat, with each blinking of eye, our cell and cell gets taken care by the God himself. Okay? So let us try to devote our life towards God 24/7 at each moment, so that we also are eligible for the basic minimum thing of muktata in our life, as we have been born as a human being. Let us try to live such a pure and pious life 24/7 with good deeds as work is worship, with each pulse beat, with each heartbeat, at all the moments. And as we said, that 24/7 and 365. So there could be in February, there could be 29 days, 366, 30 days after 10,000 years, 31 days after 1 lakh years. Still, whole year, and in Sanatan Dharma, the good calendar is there. We should be able to live a good life. One more example, I gave it in Marathi, I think, that all those 365 days, or maybe 367, 368, whatever days are going to be there in the year, a kind of every day is a celebration or festival is there in Sanatan Dharma. For example, today happens to be something is there, for example. Okay, so there is always some kind of vrat is there. Mauni Amavasya, then Guru Purnima, so many things are there. Then 13 days Pradosh Vrat, Ekadashi is there. Every day some kind of vrat is there. I came to know this when I was in PhD. I already knew it, but I got the confirmation that even today people are following that. That is the thing I am telling you. They demand particularly one calendar from the Varanasi, and every day some vrat is there, it is given into that. And the whole family, I was teaching to one of my student. He fell into, I think, engineering, mechanics and mathematics. I was pursuing PhD. His mother said, please come and teach him. I said, okay. Every day I shall come 1 hour, I said, and I went to him. So every day some kind of there is there. Always some prasadam is there. Every kind of vrat was there. His younger sister was there. And then his elder sister was also there. I think something like that. I don't know. I mean, but I used to teach him. Then his mother was there, father was there. Then his uncle and grandparents and all these people were there. They used to follow all the norms. So while I was teaching, every day I used to get the prasadam. I said, what kind of vrat is there? So he explained me everything. On purpose I asked him, I know that you are following that calendar. So then he said that we follow the Sanatan Dharma calendar, and every day some kind of vrat is there and we follow that. Beautiful. So indirectly, what I want to say, and Samarth Ramdas wants to say, that our mind can be so pure that every moment we can achieve the Diwali moment, Christmas moment, or enlightened soul moment as well. Every moment we can count in our life and live a very beautiful life, pious life, and that needs a very good mind as well, pious mind as well, so that day and night throughout our life we can live a beautiful life with beautiful mind. Let us try to live such a life. Thank you very much.